Hari Om. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Govindaya Namaha. Govardhanaya Namaha. Keshavaya Namaha. Madhavaya Namaha. Upendraya Namaha. Aniruddhaya Namaha. Pradyumnaya Namaha. Today, I would like to introduce this internal pranayam, which is recommended by Lord Krishna almost 5,200 years ago. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, before the battle began, this yoga sadhana, internal pranayam, was highly recommended by Lord Krishna to the humanity for them to get release from this samsara and get that ultimate liberation, to be with him for experiencing that true peace and bliss, the most sought after two things in one's life. What is internal pranayam? Internal pranayam is nothing to do with external inhalation of oxygen through the nose and exhalation of carbon dioxide from the blood through lungs and nostrils. Internal pranayam involves joining Apana with Prana in the Bhrukuti. Bhrukuti is the space between the two eyebrows. When we are born, we first take expiration in order to clear the lungs, which are filled with amniotic fluid containing lecithin and sphingomyelin fluid. If the fluid is, the ratio of these two is 3.5, then the lungs are fully formed so that we can survive and take breaths until we depart from this world again. So, internal pranayam involves joining Apana with Prana and Prana with Apana, balancing both of them so that you balance the other three, Samana, Vimana, and Udhana. All of them, when they are balanced, all your physiological systems, they regulate very well and function very well so that you have a sound body, a sound mind, sound intellect for you to give shelter to your real soul. That is your real nature. It is not the body. It is because of ahankar, that ego, you think everything is body. It is a wrong identification with which all the human beings are carried away until they breathe their last. And it is too late for one to get that moksha, that liberation. You lost the chance. It is very rare to get this human incarnation. After many, many, many janmas, you get this opportunity to be born as a human being. We should better utilize this opportunity to reach our roots. Our root is that Brahman, that Advaita Brahman who is spread all over the cosmos. That's the main goal, to be with Him forever, so that you never come back to this planet Earth until and unless there is a mission from the Almighty assigned to you to come back onto this planet to teach that eternal Dharma for the people to follow and get liberated. That means you're teaching them to be enlightened. So let's go back to the internal pranayam. In our body, we have our main nadi system starting from the brain with other systems. But you see, in our body, we also have subtle nadi system consisting of 72,000 different nadis. Mainly, let's talk about three nadis. Starting from the main brain, from the hypothalamus, the center of the brain right here in front, the frontal lobe. In the Bhrukuti region, there is hypothalamus. From there emanate, on the right side, Pingala Nadi. On the left side, Ida Nadi. And in the center, in your spinal cord, you have Sushumna Nadi, that is the central canal, also called Brahma Nadi. This so-called Sushumna Nadi, which is very subtle, consists of three nadis. Number one, Vajra Nadi, that diamond Nadi. Second, Chitra Nadi. And then the third one, Brahma Nadi. In the Brahma Nadi, at the base of the Brahma Nadi, at the Mooladhara Chakra, you have Kundalini Shakti in the form of a serpentine. You might have heard, once that is awakened, it rises up, making the person enlightened, making the person realized as who he or she is, and then realizing the ultimate Brahman, that Nirakar, Nirvishesh, Almighty. A God can be in the form of Sakar Roop, as Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Shankara, Brahma, and all the Almighty's different incarnations. You heard about 10 incarnations. In fact, God actually took many incarnations ever since the cosmos began with the so-called Big Bang. You see, the modern science talks about Big Bang. The same Big Bang can be explained through Vedas, through the knowledge from Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Big Bang, in Vedic terms, can be explained the following way. The Lord, in his cosmic consciousness, he utters the word Om, consisting of A-U-M, connoting the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. It is like creating the Srishti, maintaining it, and annihilating the renewal process. He first uttered the word, that means it is equivalent to the Big Bang with a sound, Om. That creates ether, the sky, Akash. Akash animates air. Air animates fire. Fire animates water. Water condenses to form Prithvi, the planet Earth. All of them, These five are called Panchabhutas. They are the essence of material energy with which our bodies are made up of, including mind, intellect, and ahankar, except the soul energy, which is the number one energy of the Brahman, which resides in our body. And it breathes and it has that consciousness. That is only the evidence of our soul energy, that prana, that cosmic, vital pranic shakti, life force with which we live, we breathe internally and also breathe outside air. We breathe outside air because our cosmic energy in the body is deposited down there at the Mooladhara chakra. Remember, I mentioned that when we take birth, we first of all take an expiration to clear the fluids from the lungs. And you see, we do not have enough cosmic life force in our body right from day one. As a result, when clearing the lungs of these amniotic fluid containing lecithin and sphingomyelin fluid, you take oxygen to survive. So most of the cosmic energy has gone down into the Mooladhara chakra as Apana. So the prana is right there, some amount of prana. That is why we are able to breathe, we are able to do whatever we are doing in this material world. Then, how do you get back to your roots? You need to get back with the same sound. You need to create that Om sound by taking the Apana up to the Bhrukuti level. You have to join both of them together so that you achieve that balance. When you achieve the balance between the two, Pingala and Ida, movements of that pranic Shakti, when balanced, it will stimulate, it will awaken this serpent, the so-called serpent, that Kundalini Shakti. It rises up, goes to the Bhrukuti, that Agna chakra, that commanding chakra, that Krishna consciousness, that Shiva consciousness. And then it also goes all the way up to the Sahasrara chakra, containing 1000 petals. So when that happens, the network of all your nadis, the flow of the CSF, that is the fluid that runs in your backbone and in other nadis with equanimity, so that the blood in your body is pumped properly, reaching each and every cell and making all your endocrine glandular systems to secrete the corresponding hormones for functioning of all the systems properly. Lord Krishna actually embedded all this information in 3 to 6 or a dozen of shlokas uttered by him in Bhagavad Gita and Uttara Gita, and also one can find this information in Upanishads and Yoga Vasistam. Let me demonstrate first as to how this is done. Okay. Samam kayam shiro grivam dharayan achalam sthira. Samam kayam shiro grivam dharayan achalam sthira sampreksha nasikagram swam dishascha navalokayan sampreksha nasikagram swam dishascha anavalokayan. First of all, one needs to sit in a comfortable position, like I'm sitting on a chair. You can sit in Padmasana, you can sit in Sukhasana, or any asana, any seat that is convenient to you. That depends upon your health, how you are running it. Then you need to choose a suitable mudra. A Gnana mudra is the one that is suitable for doing this Yoga Sadhana, this internal pranayam. Why choose a gesture, a mudra? Because our fingers and hand, they actually have some pressure points. When you connect them, when you join them, you can stop the energy to that is externalizing. When you externalize your energy through your Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, you lose quite a lot of cosmic energy from your body. So, in order to revitalize, for all your systems to function well, you have to keep that energy, externalized energy, internally, so that you have very sound body, mind, intellect, and stamina to perform this internal pranayam sadhana. So I said samam kayam. Samam kayam means this lumbar region, head, and the neck, they have to be in a straight line. And your eyes, very sharply, you have to fix your gaze right here in the Bhrukuti, that Agna chakra, the third eye chakra. And you have to focus on the breath, your breath, that shwasa, internal shwasa, nothing to do with external oxygen inhaling and expelling carbon dioxide, not at all. We are only talking about the internal pranic shakti, that vital life force emanating from your soul energy, your real you. That's the one we are talking about. That means you are getting hold of your own prana, That life force you are churning up and down within your own body from Muladhara chakra to Agna chakra. Thereby, you are balancing that life force from both the nadis belonging to sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, subtle nervous system, so that that balanced energy awakens that Kundalini energy. Sparshan krutva, sparshan krutva, bahirbahyam chakshush shaivantarabhruvo. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyam chakshush shaivantarabhruvo. Pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantara charinau. Pranapanau samau kritva nasabhyantara charinau. What does this mean? We have to lock outside what you can hear, what you can see, what you can smell, what you can taste and touch. All have to be actually stopped completely, lock them out. All your sense perceptions have to be locked away outside so that you use that energy to lift your apana and join with that of the prana and prana with that of the apana. Repetitiously, it has to be nitya process. That means you gotta do every day for 20 minutes to an hour or to 2 to 3 hours, depending upon the availability of time to you. Once you do this yoga sadhana, you will purify yourself, you purify your mind, intellect, and all the doshas from your body, making it entirely purified so that it functions well. The main doshas are kapha, vata, and pitta. Kapha is nothing but all the impurities in your system, the impurities in your stomach. And vata and pitta, they are the impurities in your large intestine and small intestine. All have to be eliminated. This internal pranayam is only the one dissolves everything for you to have a purified system in your body. Those systems or propagation system, that means propagation here does mean generation and propagation of the same species, that is from the Muladhara chakra. Then Swadhisthana chakra, that is excretory system. And the third one is digestive system, the fire element, earth element, water element, fire element. And then Anahata chakra, that is the blood circulatory system. And then you have Vishuddha chakra. It is to do with your respiratory system and expression system. And then your Agna chakra, that's you, consciousness chakra. The commanding chakra, Shiva consciousness chakra, Krishna consciousness chakra, the clairvoyance chakra. All in all, you have to balance your internal prana right here. We don't have to worry about Sahasrara chakra right now. When it is balanced, when the Kundalini is, it is like activated, then automatically it does reach the 1,000-petaled Sahasrara chakra for you to realize that supreme illumination, which is God. Your illumination is right here, your individual soul illumination. Apane juhati pranam prane panam tatha pare. Apane juhati pranam prane panam tatha pare. Pranapana gati ruddhva pranayam parayana. Pranapana gati ruddhva pranayam parayana. You join Apanam with Prana and Prana with Apana, and they will be balanced by practice, by that Yoga Sadhana. You generate that Yogagni, and all the obstacles, the Kapha, Pitta, Vata, and other doshas will be dissolved. You will have a clear system, a clear path for you to realize yourself as the true soul energy. And then you realize the Paramatman, that God, that Almighty, that Brahman, for you to be free forever, enjoying the freedom and serving at the lotus feet of that Brahman or the personalized God like Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Shiva, Shankara, and any other incarnation. How is this exactly done? Let's get to the point. So, you need to close your eyes or roll them up so that you do not see anything but fix your gaze in the Bhrukuti. Then you see our tongue. Behind that you have uvula, and the uvula, just behind it you have soft palate and rough palate. Use the soft palate of the uvula as a lifting mechanism so that you create vacuum right here. When the vacuum is created, the deposited apana shakti, apana energy rises up to the Bhrukuti level. Once it rises up, you need to deposit it. The depositing mechanism is called kumbhakam, and drawing up is like inhalation. Internal inhalation is called purakam. From here, once you deposit, you have to push it down using the same, that lifting platform. There you have to press it down internally so that it goes down. So it becomes a rubbing process or a churning process. Because of the churning process internally, prana and apana, they equalize, they get balanced. That's the state one needs to reach. That's the challenge. But with practice, it is possible. There is no other way. Any yogic postures, Astanga Yoga, you make make yourself upside down, Shirshasana. Any asana cannot achieve what you are going to achieve through the internal pranayam. So use the lifting mechanism to create the vacuum and draw your apana from the Muladhara chakra and place it right here in your Bhrukuti, the Agna chakra. The mudra that I chose is the Gnana mudra. The Gnana mudra is like this. Place your thumb over the index finger. So if it is active, it has to be underneath the thumb. If you would like to just join, it is passive. So I just place the active one here, and both the hands are on my thighs. So I'm closing my eyes. You may just roll up so that your pupils are not seen, only the white part is seen, like that. But you see, I'm just closing my eyes, and then I'm using my soft palate to create the vacuum and draw the apana energy from the Muladhara chakra. I drew it up, and I am doing the kumbhakam, that means depositing it in the Agna chakra for 3 to 4 seconds. And then I am going to do Rechakam, which is internal exhalation. I have just done the internal exhalation, which is called Rechakam, and then I'm doing the Adho Kumbhakam, the lower depositing for 3 to 4 seconds. I'm actually repeating the same process, drawing the Apana up by doing the Purakam. So repetitiously perform this internal pranayam sadhana without any interruption. Once you do this, you can actually get into the meditative process. Say you do this internal pranayam, drawing the apanam up and pressing down the pranam down, doing the churning process for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And then finally, when you deposit, do that kumbhakam, urdhva kumbhakam, that means upward, there, right in the Agna Chakram, depositing that energy, that prana plus apana, balanced energy. So once it is balanced, you just hold it right there, and then it will automatically, it will go down to Muladhara Chakra on its own to activate your Kundalini Shakti, that it touches the hood of the serpent and then it rises up. You can actually see with your internal eye, you can feel it if you're really focusing in your Bhrukuti and focusing on the movement of Kundalini Shakti rising up. Automatically it does, and then it completes that volume, that network of your medulla oblongata, your hypothalamus, your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, then your Brahmanadi. Yes, through the Brahmanadi, you get that flow, that Kundalini Shakti flow, completing the network stimulation, activation, and the blood in all your cells is flowing from your heart. That means all your systems are functioning very well for you to be very healthy with sound body, mind, and intellect. So, how do you do meditation part? The meditation part involves again choosing a mudra. You can have this linga mudra and then place right here and close your eyes. Once you deposited that balanced energy in your Bhrukuti and then go silent, be in the meditative mood. Either you can use this linga mudra or you can actually place your one palm over the other and then go like this. This is also can be used as a meditative mudra for you to restrain, constrain energy that it does not externalize. Never externalize the energy. That means you are not becoming conscious of the worldly affairs. Only you will become conscious about your internal process. Concentrate on that. Then you will see yourself, your true self, right here. And then you can also realize the Paramatma, thereby getting enlightenment and experiencing that most sought after peace and bliss. And one more thing I forgot to mention about these mudras. One can use, the Gnana Mudra like this. So you can also use other mudras and perform the internal pranayam in different ways, covering all the chakras. So the basic one is the Muladhara chakra. So for Muladhara chakra, the mudra that is recommended is this, where this ring finger connotes, implies Prithvi, earth planet. And then you are joining with the fire element. The thumb indicates fire element or the Paramatman. So you bring it under. That means you're taking shelter under the Paramatman. And then you do that. That number one center, the subtle center, chakram, Muladhara chakra, sadhana, internal pranayam. And then you can also do you can also do the Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana chakra mudra is this little finger and the thumb. Little finger and the thumb is the one Swadhisthana chakra mudra for performing your yoga sadhana. And then you can do your index finger. This is Vayu Mudra. This is the Vayu Mudra. And then you can also do your Akasha Mudra. See, Akasha Mudra. All other fingers have to be straight, but you see the middle finger has to go underneath the thumb. You place it right here and then perform same internal pranayam. So it all depends on the number of petals each one of these chakras have. Muladhara chakra has 4 petals where you do this mudra, this mudra, this mudra. And then you have Swadhisthana chakra. So the Swadhisthana chakra mudra is that. Swadhisthana chakra has 6 petals. That means you can do 6 times that internal pranayam. All the way from Muladhara chakra to Agni chakra. You can do the same, drawing up and pressing down, the churning process. And then you have your Manipura chakra right here in this position, just above your nabi navel. So that indicates the fire, the fire chakra. The Manipura chakra. So responsible for digestion of the food. And then you have the Anahata chakra, responsible for blood circulation. You would use this. And then for the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra, Akash chakra, you use this mudra. And for Agna chakra, you use this. And for Agna chakra plus and Agna chakra minus, you use the same mudra. And then Sahasrara chakra, you can just use, your meditation mudra. Just meditation mudra, passive or active. While doing this sadhana, generating yogagni, that fire, so that it burns away all the doshas, all impurities. When you put gold or any piece of metal in fire, it gets purified. All the impurities will be gone. Same thing you are doing internally by this churning process. You are actually generating that yogagni for you to realize yourself and realize the God. So Um, I hope that I have provided enough information for you to practice internal pranayam and find out for yourself whether it works for you. If anything is not clear, you can reach out to me for answers, or you can refer to Bhagavad Gita, but it will tell you the theoretical process. Any book you read, nowhere it is disclosed as to how exactly to do this. But many saints, monks have done this sadhana and they got enlightened. Lord Krishna, he himself demonstrated this Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, Yoga Vidya to Arjun post the Kurukshetra war. As Arjun was interested, Lord Krishna demonstrated to him as to how to perform this internal pranayam so that Arjun can get enlightened, reach that Brahman, and reach Lord Krishna to serve at his lotus feet. So long, folks, with another divine production in the days to come. Hari Om, Madhavaya Namaha, Keshavaya Namaha, Pradyumnaya Namaha. Hari Om. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.